Yes, good morning, students. Today we are going to continue our chapter Windstorms and Cyclones. So, this is the second part of our chapter. So, let's see. We have some good pictures for you in this lesson. So, now we will move on. So, yes, in front of you there are three pictures, right? So, what all things can you see in these three pictures? In the first pictures, you can see a windmill is there. What about the second picture? There is a thunderstorm going on. Yes. And in the fourth picture also, there is a thunderstorm going on. Okay, we can see a cyclone. So, yes, we can say. So, do you think that the speed of wind is playing any role in this thunderstorm and these cyclones? Yes or no? You can write your answers in the chat box and then we will discuss. So, according to you, yes, it is playing a role. Like how? Because if there will be the wind speed will be very high, the cyclone will be very dangerous and very effective cyclone will be there. And same goes with the thunderstorm also. So yes, you all are right. So now, yes, as you all answered it correctly, what is like the role of wind currents in thunderstorm and cyclone? It helps like if the wind current will be more, the thunderstorm and the cyclone will be more dangerous and the serious ones. So this is the rule. So yes, you all answered it correctly. So now we will move forward. Okay. In this picture, what can you see? Okay, like it is also related to some wind and something is this. These red arrows are depicting wind. This is the hint. So what do you think about this picture? Like this is an earth. Okay, this is an earth. What else? What else you can write in the chat box? Okay, in the earth, like these arrows are showing like how the wind moves, right? The wind movement is in different directions, right? And this wind movement in different directions sometimes causes cyclones and thunderstorms in different regions, and also some different phenomena are also caused. And why these wind movements are different, like in different direction, we will see in more detail in the next coming picture. Okay, so till now, do you have any idea what we are going to study? Yes, we are going to study the role of wind currents in thunderstorm and cyclone and in other phenomena also. So let's move on ahead and we will see some more details, right? Okay, so coming on to our next picture. So what is this picture showing is, these pictures are showing two main phenomena, land breeze and sea breeze. And these two phenomena happens due to the different wind speeds and the pressure areas that are created due to this wind speeds, right? So what happens in land breeze is the hot air from the land, it moves towards the sea during the daytime, and the cold air from the sea, it comes towards the land. So this is how the things happen in the land breeze, and it always happens during the daytime, right? So this is the movement of air in during the land breeze or during the daytime. So let's see what happens during the night time is sea breeze. And what happens in the sea breeze is like the sea gets hot as the day passes and the water becomes hot. So the hot air from the water or the ocean, it rises up and goes towards the land. And the cool air from the land, it goes towards the sea. So it's just the opposite of the land breeze. Sea breeze. So this is how the wind movement it takes place in both of these phenomena. So what are the two phenomena that we just discussed right now? Land breeze and sea breeze. So yes, are you all clear with these two phenomena? Like what is actually happening? Okay. So yes, we will see some more details now. What is actually happening, right? So the flow of wind from high pressure region to low pressure region is known as wind current. And the word monsoon is taken from the Arabic word mawsam, meaning season. So this was some of the basic details about wind current and monsoon, right? Okay, so now comes the curiosity question. So how many of you are excited? Yes, I can see your responses. Okay, so is it good or bad to have wind currents? What do you think? What is the answer according to you? Good or bad? Some are saying good, it is, and some are saying it is bad. Okay, so why you are saying that it is good? Because then only these phenomena will happen, land breeze and sea breeze, which are very important. Otherwise, the land will get Very hot. Yes, you answered it correctly. And some said bad also. So why do you think it will be bad? Because it is leading to thunderstorm and cyclones. Okay, yes, that can be a reason too. So yes, you all are right. You are, and when you go home, look more into this question. Okay, so yes, this was all about this topic. And there is some last question. So winds are generated due to uneven heating on Earth. Is it true or false? You have to answer it in the chat box. Then we will move on ahead to our second topic. So yes, I see most of you are answering correctly. It is true. Yes, you all answered it correctly. So now we will move ahead and see picture. Okay, so now there is a picture in front of you and you have to observe this picture and then you have to share your observation. For this, I will give you 10 seconds to observe it. Observe this picture and then we will discuss. Till the time I will drink water and you can observe it. And if you have observed anything particular, you can write it in the chat box, right? Okay. Okay. So yes, I can see most of you are writing the answers in the chat box. So yes, what according to you is happening? Yes, a thunderstorm is there. Okay, thunderstorm is there. So what is happening to the cold air? So cold air is moving towards the downward region, right? Because the cold air is heavier in weight. And what is happening to the warm air? Warm air is moving towards the upper part of the clouds, right? And clouds are forming. The formation of new clouds are there. And small breeze and gusts are forming, and there is also the rain you can see, and the storm is moving in a forward direction, right? So this picture is depicting thunderstorm. So what do you think we are going to study now? It is thunderstorm. Yes, very good. So now we will see some more details about thunderstorm. So yes, what actually happens in thunderstorm, right? So when air moves gently, means in slow speed, it is called as breeze, right? While when it moves violently, like with high speed, it is called as storm. So when the pressure of air drops, it indicates the possibility of a storm because low pressure area causes the higher wind speed, right? As we discussed in our earlier class. So yes, coming on to the second point, the swift movement of the falling water along with the rising warm air produces lightning. Heavy rain, sound, and strong winds is called as thunderstorm. So this was the definition for thunderstorm. So now are you clear like how a storm is formed and what actually is a thunderstorm? Yes. So now we will move on ahead and see some more details. Now comes the curiosity question, right? So moving on to the curiosity question, let's see what question it is this time. So what happens during thunderstorm and where have you seen it? Okay, what happens during the thunderstorm? The cold air it rises, the hot air it comes downwards, and the winds slowly and steadily. Yes, yes, you all are right. This wind slowly and steadily becomes violent, and there is lightning, there is thundering, there is sound, and the wind speed gets higher. So yes, these all things happen during a thunderstorm. And where have you seen it? Have you seen it or not? Yes, you must have seen it. Yes, during the monsoon season, we see it more. So yes, you all answered it correctly. Now coming on to our main question for this topic, thunderstorm, is when we can call a moving air as breeze. When it moves in a low speed, high speed, it doesn't move, and none of the above. So now you have to answer. You can write it in the chat box. I will give you 5 seconds, then I will tell you the right answer. Okay, so yes, I can see the right responses. Very good. So yes, the right answer is low speed. So yes, here our second topic ends. Now coming to our third topic, you have to identify what we are going to study now. Okay, based on this picture. Okay, so what can you observe in this picture? Anything specific? Yes, these pictures are showing the cyclones. Like this is a cyclone over the sea, like this it is happening. Okay. And what else? Here, what you can see, the structure of cyclone, right? How the wind moves in a cyclone in a circular pattern. This is the eye of the cyclone, and eye wall, and spiral ring. So these are the different structures. So from this diagram, what can you identify? What we are going to study now is, yes, you can write in the chat box. Yes, you all are right. We are going to study about cyclones. So let's see some more details about cyclone. So now we will move on ahead and see some more details. So what is a cyclone? A cyclone is a weather condition consisting of a system of high speed winds, right? There are high speed winds revolving around a central area of very low pressure. So whenever there is a low pressure, the wind speed will be very high. This is a given condition that you have to remember. So the factors like temperature, humidity, wind speed, wind direction, and rotation of the earth contribute to the development of cyclone. So what are the factors that are contributing to the development of cyclone? It is first is temperature, humidity, wind speed, wind direction, and rotation of earth. So these five factors, right? Now, the third point, a cyclone is known by different names in different parts of the world. It is called a hurricane in American continent, and in Philippines and Japan, it is called a typhoon. So these cyclones have different names in different regions, right? So this was the general details about cyclone. So now we will move on ahead and we will see a curiosity question this time. So what planning is required in advance to deal with the situation created by cyclone? What do you think? You have to write your answers in the chat box and then we will move ahead and we will discuss this question later on. And okay, we can discuss it now also. Like the disaster management team should be ready. Yes, if place is having a cyclone. Yes, you all answered it correctly. And what else? Yes, we should know our safety measures, what we should take during the cyclone. We should be well prepared and we should leave an area if their pressure becomes too low because then are more chances that high speed winds are coming to those regions and it may cause cyclone to occur. Yes, so you all answered it correctly. So now coming to the last question for this topic. So what is the main reason for the formation of cyclone? As we discussed, there were 5 reasons, right? Okay, so what is the main reason here? Because what happens is when a certain area is having a low pressure region, so this is causing the wind speed to be faster, this causing a cyclone. So this is one of the main reasons. Now coming to the recapitulation part. Today we studied about wind currents, we studied about thunderstorm, we studied about cyclone, right? So now coming on to our homework part. Let's see, these are the 3 questions that you have to solve and then comes the activity. What you have to do is you have to collect articles and photographs from the newspaper, magazines about the storms and the cyclones, right? And you have to make a story on the basis of what you learned in this chapter and the matter collected by you in your notebooks. So tomorrow I will see your homework. So now if you have any doubt, you can discuss it with me right now. And if not, then we will end our class here. So yes, so do you have any doubt? Okay, so I see you have no doubts. So thank you students for attending the class. We will meet in our next class with some interesting topic. Thank you.